morning, everyone, and welcome to IT Mastermind 2013. Organized by the Computer Society of Sri Lanka and ESOFT as their strategic partners, we have gathered now over 2,000 students who took part in this national level quiz competition. We crunched it down to only 108 students who will be joining us from all over Sri Lanka, from international and national schools, to take part in this educational journey. We are going to find out who is going to become the next IT Mastermind 2013. Our inimitable quizmaster is Mr. Faisal Bongzo. For today's show, we have the following contestants representing their schools. Contestant number 1, we have Muhammad Azir from Muslim Madhya Maha Vidyalaya, Ampara. And contestant number 2, we have Sandalu Pabasara from Sri Sumangala College, Panadura. And contestant number 3, we have Lanil Marasingha from St. Anne's College, Kurunegala. Contestant number 4, we have Dumindra Vijayakun from St. Paul's Girls' School, Milagria. Contestant number 5, we have Inshira Zulfikar from Bishop's College, Colombo. Contestant number 6 is Sandaru Vishwajit from Nalanda College, Colombo. And on the judges panel, we have Dr. Dayan Rajapaksa, who is the chairman and managing director of ESOFT, and Mr. Prabhat Vikramaratna, who is the assistant secretary of CSSL. Now, over to our quizmaster, Faisal Bonzo, to start the competition.
Thank you, Anjani. A very good evening, and it certainly feels great to be back on another program. Well, today is the 4th preliminary round program, where 6 contestants representing schools from all over Sri Lanka will be participating. They will face 4 rounds of competition, where the winner and the runner-up will proceed on to the secondary rounds. Now, each round will be judged, and points will be allocated, and the decision of the judges will be final. Well, let's start with round 1. In round 1, we will be posing a multiple choice question to each individual student, where they will earn 10 points for a correct answer. Meanwhile, the other students too can also register their answers via their terminals and earn 3 points for each correct answer. And of course, you lose 2 points for each incorrect answer. So good luck to the 6 of you. On with the questions for round 1. And this is your question, contestant number 1, Muhammad Azir of Muslim Madhya Maha Vidyalaya, Ampara. Select from among the following the company which bought the ownership of Java in 2010. Is it A, Apple, B, Oracle, C, Sun Microsystems, or D, Microsoft?
Option B.
Yes, the answer is correct, Oracle. Here's your question, contestant number 2, Sandalu Pabasara of Sri Sumangala College, Panadura. Which of the following is a PC video file extension? Is it A, MVE? Is it B, AVI? Is it C, MP3? Or is it D, WAV?
Option B.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question, contestant number 3, Lanil Marasingha of St. Anne's College, Kurunegala. What does the term IRQ stand for? Is it A, interrupt request? Is it B, interrupt request queue? Is it C, interrupt response? Or is it D, interrupt response queue?
Answer B.
The answer is incorrect. The answer is A, interrupt request. Here's your question, contestant number 4, Dumindra Vijayakun of St. Paul's Girls' School, Milagria. Who co-founded Hotmail in 1996 and then sold the company to Microsoft? Is it A, Sabir Bhatia? Is it B, Ada Byron Lovelace? Or is it C, Bill Gates? Or is it D, Mitchell Kapoor?
Answer A.
Yes, the answer is correct, Sabir Bhatia. Here's your question, contestant number 5, Inshira Zulfikar of Bishop's College, Colombo. Which of the following is not a Unix variant? Is it A, Sun Solaris? Is it B, Ultrix? Is it C, Xenix? Or is it D, Kondara?
Answer A.
The answer is incorrect. The answer is D, Kondara. And here's your question, contestant number 6, Sanduru Vishwajit of Nalanda College, Colombo. The sampling rate for an audio CD is it A, 44.1 kilohertz? Is it B, 48.4 kilohertz? Or is it C, 46.4 kilohertz? Or is it D, 42.1 kilohertz?
Answer A.
Yes, the answer is correct, 44.1 kilohertz. And with that, we end questions for round 1.
We now have the results from round 1. Thank you, judges. In third place, we have 10 points, Sanduru Vishwajit from Nalanda College, Colombo. And in second place with 16 points, we've got Muhammad Azir from Muslim Madhya Mahavidyalaya, Ampara. And in the lead, we have with 19 points, Domindra Vijay Kun from St. Paul's Girls' School, Milagria. And back to our quizmaster, Faisal.
Thank you, Anjali. We move on to round 2. Now, in round 2, we will be posing a question based on an image to each individual student, where they will earn 10 points for a correct answer. The others can also use their buzzer if they know the answer, and if the particular student does not give the correct answer, the fastest one out of you will have the chance to answer. Now, you can earn 5 points for a correct answer, but remember that you may lose 2 points for an incorrect answer. So, on to questions on round 2, and this is your question, contestant number 1. Identify the person shown in this image.
Steve Jobs.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question, contestant number 2. Identify the person shown in this image you see.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes, Mark Zuckerberg, yes. Here's your question, contestant number 3. Identify the device shown in the image you see.
Splitter.
Yes, the answer is correct, splitter or ADSL splitter. Here's your question, contestant number 4. Identify the device shown in the image that you have in front of you.
Telephone.
Pardon?
It's a telephone.
No. You know the answer?
Yeah, I thought it was a telephone.
The answer is incorrect. The answer is acoustic coupler. Here's your question, contestant number 5. Identify the component shown in the image.
The transistor.
No, the answer is incorrect.
Vacuum tubes.
Yes, the answer is correct. Vacuum tube. Here's your question, contestant number 6. Identify the person shown in the image that you see.
James Arthur. James Arthur.
No, we'll leave it to contestant number 1.
James Gosling.
Yes, the answer is correct. James Gosling, or inventor of Java. But there we end questions for round 2.
At the end of round 2, the points are as follows. We have someone in the new leading number 1, but let's start with number 3. We have, with a total of 18 points, we've got Sandalu Pabasara from Sri Sumangala College, Panadura. In the second, we have with 24 points, Dumindra Vijay Kon from St. Paul's Girls' School, Milagria. And the new lead we have with 31 points, Muhammad Azir from Muslim Madhya Mahavidyalaya, Ampara. And back to Mr. Bonzo for round 3.
Thank you, Anjali. Here we go then with questions for round 3. Now, in round 3, we will be posing a verbal question to each individual student, where they will earn 10 points for the correct answer. The others can use their buzzers, as was done in round 2. Here too, you can earn 5 points for a correct answer, but be careful as you may lose 2 points for an incorrect answer. So on with the questions for round 3, and this is your question, contestant number 1. What does the term ARPANET stand for? Well, contestant number 3 seems to know the answer. Can you give us the answer?
Advanced Research Project Agency Network.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question, contestant number 2. What organization was Tim Berners-Lee working for when he developed the WWW?
The ARPANET.
The answer is incorrect. Well, contestant number 4 seems to know the answer.
It's CERN.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question, contestant number 3. What is the name of the company that developed the BlackBerry smartphone?
Research in Motion.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question, contestant number 4. What is the name of the platform developed by Apple that allows you to pay and download music?
iTunes.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question, contestant number 5. What is the naming standard or convention that is used by Google when naming their Android operating systems versions?
Nexus.
No, the answer is incorrect. Contestant number 3 seems to know the answer.
By the name of deserts, streets.
Yes, the answer is correct. And here's your question, contestant number 6. What does the acronym RSS stand for?
Rich Site Summary.
Yes, the answer is correct. And with those questions, we end round 3.
Let's find out the results of round 3. Thank you, judges. Okay, looks like the competition is getting a little bit heatier, and we've got some major competition with 2 of our contestants, who's in the lead and in the second. We've got in 3rd place, contestant number 3, Lanil Marasinghe from St. Anne's College, Kurunagala, with 28 points. And with 31 points, contestant number 2, Muhammad Azir from Muslim Madhya Mahavidyalaya, Ampara. And back again in the lead, we've got with 39 points, Dumindra Vijay Kone from St. Paul's Girls' School, Milagria. Back again to Mr. Bonzo.
Thank you, Anjani. We now move on to the final round. This is round 4. Here we will be using the same style as was done in round 3, but the questions here will be a little tougher as this is the final round and maybe the decider. Others, please be ready with your buzzers. The points allocation will be the same as in round 3. So here goes the questions for round 4. Here's your question, contestant number 1. A computer system that can simulate the functioning of the human brain is called what? Number 6 seems to know the answer.
Artificial neural networks.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question, contestant number 2. What is the default port number reserved by MySQL?
880.
No, the answer is incorrect. Number 6?
3306.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question, contestant number 3. Contestant number 3, this is your question. What are 2 different DSL, digital subscriber line technologies?
ADSL and ISDN.
No. Well, contestant number 4 seems to know the answer.
ADSL and dial-up.
And?
Dial-up.
No, the answer is incorrect. The answer is ADSL, SDSL, or VDSL. Right, here's your question now, contestant number 4. What are the 2 main switching methods in networking? Contestant number 1 would try to give us the answer.
Switch.
Yes?
Switch and hub.
Well, the answer is incorrect. The answer is circuit switching and packet switching. Right, here's your question now, contestant number 5. What is the name given to a layer 3 intelligent networking device? Well, no one seems to want to attempt that question. The answer is a router. And here's your question, contestant number 6. Mention 2 different types of signals used for wireless communication in the electromagnetic spectrum.
Wi-Fi, Bluetooth,
No, the answer...
radio waves,
Well, contestant number 3 would like to try giving us the answer to that question.
microwaves and infrared.
Yes, the answer is correct. And with that, we end round 4 in all the questions for today's program. Let's find out what the results are.
At the end of the 4 rounds competition, we are now down to our 3 finalists. And in 3rd place, with 30 points, we have contestant number 6, Sandaru Vishwajit from Nalanda College, Colombo. He will receive a certificate and a voucher. And in 2nd place, we have with 33 points, contestant number 3, Lanil Marasinger from St. Anne's College, Kurunagala. He will also receive a certificate and a cash prize. And in the lead, we have 1st place with a total of 37 points, contestant number 4, Dumindra Vijayakon from St. Paul's Girls' School, Milagria. Great. Congratulations to the 1st and 2nd place winners of today's round, Dumindra and Lanil, who will have the opportunity to progress to the secondary rounds and the chance to be IT Mastermind 2013. Well, that's the end of today's show. Tune back next week, same time, same place on ITN for another round of exciting competitions. Bye for now.